Are we live? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I think so. It's a brand new episode of The Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today. We got a lot of topics to get going today, so let's dive right in. If you're not familiar with The Rundown with Ramon, my name is Ramon Ray, a serial entrepreneur, started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books and more. Some call me the small business expert and other things, but I'm glad you're here today. If you've joined The Rundown with Ramon today, and you're not feeling so great, well, thank you for allowing me to be a small part of your day and hopefully to uplift your day just a little bit. If you joined the Rundown with Ramon today and you're feeling amazingly awesome, well, that's great that I get to participate in your amazingly awesome day. What do we have for you today? One, is your business idea worth pursuing? We're going to touch on that a bit more. Many of you have ideas for a business. Maybe you're wondering, is this the business venture that you should be in? How do you know that? We always get advice from Seth Godin. He has an article entitled The Run-On Sentence. If you didn't know it, LinkedIn launches its first AI agent to take on the role of job recruiters. Does this mean job recruiters are over? No, but I do think it's telling about where AI is taking the professional workforce. Oura Smart Ring has a cult following. We'll see if Oura Ring is meh, or if it's really good or not, but we'll chat about it. The science of why your body takes longer to bounce back after 40. I'm 52 years old almost, and hey, my body's probably feeling different. We're going to talk about, do you prefer hard or soft shell luggage? That's going to be interesting to touch on. And the generosity power move that can boost your career. X, formerly called Twitter, updated its blocking privacy features. We're going to touch on that today. And can you build a startup without sacrificing your mental health and more? Once again, my name is Ramon Ray, and this is The Rundown with Ramon. Hey, and welcome our friends. We got who's in the house. We got Facebook user, good day to you. We got Deborah Williams is back. Good day to you, Deborah Williams. Kimberly Wyckoff, good day to you as well. Glad to see you all here on The Rundown with Ramon. Glad you see value in sharing your day with me. So let's begin The Rundown with Ramon. Turn off this music first. Here we go. Is your business idea worth pursuing? Is a common question that people ask. Is your business idea worth pursuing? Is it or is it not? And I believe that we all have ideas a dime a dozen, but the question I often ask to my entrepreneur friends, because you have an idea and ideas are dime a dozen, how does that know if your business idea is worth pursuing? A few things I want you to keep in mind based on my experience of being an entrepreneur who started 5 businesses, sold 3 of them, is one, are you an expert at this idea? That doesn't mean you have to be. You can buy a franchise. But one thing I do ask, do you really know the craft of what you're doing? Do you know the coffee business? Do you know the dishwashing business? Or can you learn it? But do you have some expertise in it or not? That's number 1. Number 2, do you really enjoy doing it? Can you stay in it for the long haul, waking up day after day after day and doing it? I love this. Now, this is just not part of the business, because the other parts of the business are you willing to sell and make money? And I'm talking about for us small businesses, not those who are hiring a team and all that. But let's say you want to open up a retail store, or you want to open up a coffee shop, you want to open up a design studio, whatever you're opening up, you have the aspect of doing the work, yes, but then you got to make sales. Are you willing to go to customers, talk to large brands, small brands, consumers or retailers, B2B, B2C, whatever it may be, and sell? Number 4, have you thought before you started the business? Put a little business plan together, back of a napkin type of thing. Doesn't have to be a million words. But where's your customer at? Who, in fact, is your ideal customer? What's their demographic? What's their psychographic to understand who is going to be buying from you? Do you have an idea of some of the costing or not? Before you take this idea, just to sketch it out. What does it cost to make this cup? How much do you have to sell the cup for? How many cups do you need to sell to be profitable and pay yourself, pay your team? So things like that. An idea is great. Who else is doing it? And to say nobody else is doing it, that could be a danger. Even Tesla, other people had electric cars. They just did it better or different. So those are some things I would think about as you're thinking about taking your idea into a business, and be careful of that venture capital downfall. Oh, I'm going to get other people's money. I'm going to get venture capital money. I'm going to get borrowed $25 or $10,000 to start my business. Be careful of that trap. Mark Cuban said it, and I really think for us smaller businesses, sales cures a lot of things. Can you at least make that first, that second, that third, that 10th sale to validate your idea? If you've just joined, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today. Moving forward, ding, 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 ding. The run-on sentence, advice from Seth Godin, the run-on sentence. Seth Godin says this: periods were an extraordinary invention. It took thousands of years of writing before we settled on this simple convention. The most direct way to improve your writing is to make your sentence shorter. I was reading a magazine article yesterday and was rapidly losing interest. The topic appealed to me, but I couldn't keep reading. Then I noticed that halfway through the first column, I was still on the same sentence. We have trouble keeping that long a string in our heads at once. You can make sentences too long, but it's hard to make them too short. The best way to convey an idea, the best way to communicate oftentimes is be brief. This doesn't mean everything you say has to be short, but this does mean if you're good at what you do and you're an expert at what you do and you can't explain any idea in a simple concept that, what do they say, a third grader, sixth grader, whatever it is, can understand, you may want to rethink that. So that's some advice from my good friend, Seth Godin. Ding, 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 ding. LinkedIn AI job agents. This is not a new headline. We're going to see these headlines over and over and over and over and over again. But LinkedIn job agents are here to, quote unquote, take the place of recruiters. Now, the danger of this, for me, the bigger issue indeed, communication certainly is an art. The danger for this certainly is not necessarily for the job recruiter. That is something there. But I wanted to get really to the person that's trying to break through. The person that's trying to break through the gatekeeper as AI gets more and more in your way. It's so more important to have relationships with people. This is the key of success today. Do you know people? Are you building key relationships with people that can help you move the needle forward in your business or in your life? Are you building relationships? Are you flying and attending events? Are you shaking hands? Are you making an impact on the lives of other people to check in on them, see how they're doing, see how you can be of service, see how you can be of value? And everybody won't know how they can leverage you. So people may say, thanks for checking in, and that may be okay. But I'm telling you, as AI becomes more and more dominant as the gatekeeper for many things, as they begin to take millions of resumes, millions of input, and just spit out what the data shows, this is where the relationship is important. Yes, you should know how to communicate. Yes, you should know how to write. Yes, you should know how to build a proper resume, a proper proposal, proper pitch. But also importantly, you better darn well build key relationships. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. Why the Oura Smart Ring has a cult following. If you're using an Oura Ring, could you hit me up? Could you let me know how you're using it, if you like it or not? I'd love to know. You can just email me, ramon@ramonray.com. Hit me up, DM me across social platform. But I'd love to know if you like the Oura Ring or not. Wall Street Journal is writing about the Oura Ring and says a few things about it. Oura Rings are everywhere. Soccer stars have them and more. You set it and forget it. You set the Oura Ring and just forget about it. I'm sure you have to charge it in some way, shape, or form at some point, but I'm guessing the charge time is long. It looks pretty good. It's sleeker, longer battery life than the Ring 3. Some competitors have a leg up in certain areas, though, including charging. It might seem counterintuitive, Wall Street Journal writes, that a device that's just as expensive as a smartwatch is worth the price, but some people are saying, especially women, that it can be, for whatever reason. All day, all night comfort. A watch you can't really leave on your hand all day, or you can, but the Oura Ring, you put it on there and you forget about it. Digging into the data, they're saying that smart rings have many of the same health sensors as a smart watch, including heart rate and more, but without a screen. The ring needs a smartphone app to display your data. So that many people may not like, but it seems like they are. It helps you know if you've had a good sleep or not. Helps for women's health during menstrual cycles and more. So it looks like the Oura Ring is good. Auto tracking can automatically detect your workouts, long battery life. Oura Ring can go up to 8 days in a single charge, but here's where it says things may go wrong. A smart ring isn't ideal for everyone alone. It's not enough for hardcore athletes. Weightlifting will likely scratch your ring. The ring can also interfere with activities such as golf or rock climbing. If you want to see live data, well, you'll need a screen. And you do have to have a membership of about $6 a month to get the data and et cetera. So that's the bottom line. We've seen Oura Ring all over. I've seen their ads on TV and more. But now you know a little bit. Check out the Oura Ring if it's for you or not. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Oura Ring. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon, the science of 40 and over. As entrepreneurs, as business owners, one thing that's common to us all, we all need to eat, we all need to sleep, we all need to use the bathroom, and we're all getting older. So what do you do about this? Well, I'm not going to go into a whole thing about what to do, but I just wanted to raise the alarm, raise the notification that we're all getting older. We're all getting older. And it's important to take care of our bodies. It's important to understand that the body of a 50-year-old is not the same as the body of a 30-year-old. That's just a fact. The muscle density, the nutrients needed, and all the kind of things change as you get older. These midlife declines and resilience parallel. Emerging science suggests that aging itself doesn't happen in a linear way. Doctors and research say it often comes in waves. 40 and falling apart. People get older and they're wondering, why do I seem to be falling apart? Research shows we lose roughly 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade after age 30. It's a fact. With a faster decline after 60, while fat mass increases. This can lead to less mobility and a greater risk of falls and injury, plus other long-term effects. The changes mean we need to eat progressively fewer calories as we age to maintain our weight. Muscle tissue stores more water than fat mass does, so we are more susceptible to dehydration. We also tend to take more medications and more. So the point here is I'm not giving a whole medical lesson to you today, but as business owners, and we're 40 and we're 50 and we're 60 and we're 70, we need to be careful. Emotional toll can be different. Our parents are getting older. Our children are moving out. So our mental health is important as we age. My point today to you, take care of your body. Take care of yourself, even and especially as entrepreneurs. Ding, 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 ding. Hard luggage versus soft luggage. I saw this debate and I had to jump into it. I have soft luggage. I never used hard luggage. And I think I like, but I've never used hard luggage, but I kind of like soft luggage more because I believe I can pack it more and it's just softer. I just like that, the look. But I don't know, hard luggage, usually it's clamshell, 2 different sides. So maybe I could optimize my packing if I had 2 different sides to pack into that I could segment my clothing if needed. I've never tried hard shell luggage, but maybe one day I did. One day I should rather. But I don't know. What do you like, hard shell versus soft shell? Thank you. Got another comment here. This is so helpful. Aging over 40 tips indeed. And hey, if you want me to see your name and you're watching us through Facebook, then definitely log into these StreamYard platforms so we can see your name and know who you are. So hard shell versus soft shell. Interestingly enough, hard shell, I think, is nice because people have thought or said it's more durable, but I've had soft shell luggage for years, and you get it from a high-end brand like a Toomey or Briggs & Riley or many Samsonite brands, I think, but I know Briggs & Riley and Toomey for sure. Also the Swiss Army brand, their luggages are great. Lasted for years and years. The only thing I've had to change maybe is like a wheel popped one day or the luggage popped one day. So I thought that was a fun thing to introduce to you all, just talking about hard shell versus soft shell luggage. There's no right. There's no wrong. It really all depends on what you like. My name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon. I'm glad you joined me here today for another episode of The Rundown with Ramon. And here we go to our next topic of the day. Ding, 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 ding. How to make great connections. Wall Street Journal touched on this, and I thought this was interesting by Rachel Fonzig. Connectors always know just who you should talk to. They send the perfect introductory emails, warm, crisp, and direct, and they make it look effortless. It's almost like music or something, said a Chicago architect who loves introducing contact from all parts of life. I think of people I know in my life, the ones I speed text when I need a doctor for my kid and more. We all develop a point at which the network that we're in can't satisfy our needs anymore, and we become brokers dipping in and out of various groups. Connectors are more likely to get promoted and win bigger bonuses. The idea of reciprocity is very powerful, says Greg Pryor, a longtime human resources executive. Need a favor while you're building a relationship and you're automatically in debt, he says. So it's not about asking for a favor. It's about how can you connect with people. Email is a great way to do that. The Wall Street Journal says there's 2 paragraphs, one for each person. He describes what they do and why he thought of them and how they're perfect to connect on this particular thing. As you're making an email introduction, let both people know why I thought you both could connect, maybe why you both could add value, but don't just say, hey, so-and-so, meet up. Why did you feel we should connect? Next point, oftentimes people freeze. They sit down to open an email. You got to know both people and why you connect. Don't leave them hanging. But here's the message of the day. As you're looking to add value in your relationships today or more, you are indeed Queen Alexandria, but no problem. I'm glad you're here. It could be on my side, could be your side, who knows? Just authenticate on StreamYard. But here's the way to make great connections. It's to add value. Connections are not just about Alexandria, I need something from you. Deborah, I need something from you. Kimberly, I need something from you. No, those are not the best connections. The best connections are me saying, Alexandria, I thought of you to work with this person because I know what you provide. I know what they provide. And I thought this introduction could be useful for you. That's how you make a great introduction. As you're looking to grow your business in the coming months, as you're looking to scale your business in the coming months, regardless of what that scale may mean for you, as you're looking to make a bigger impact in the world, Adrienne Miller of Adrienne's Network is absolutely the best at that. She's taught me that for years and years and years. One of the first things I've learned from her in her network, and it always comes to mind, it's not about who you know per se, it's about who you know and you can connect to somebody else. She says it better than that. So my message for you today is make a difference in the world by connecting other people together. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Keep going here. Ding, 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 ding. X, formerly called Twitter, updates its blocked user feature. This is what I want you to know today. Oftentimes people ask me about their personal brand versus their professional brand. And I get it. Ramon, how can I show up here and there? I'm only one person across all platforms just because of this feature that X changed. You think, oh, here's my private group. I can say all kind of terrible things as it were in this private group. Maybe not terrible to you, but terrible to other people who you may not want to see it. Private little thing for clients and etc. And you can be one way on one way, one the other way. But you don't realize, you don't know that when they change the algorithms, when they change the block features, when they change the things, you're exposed. X, formerly called Twitter, changed its block feature. Usually when you block a user, nobody can see what you're, if you block them, they can't see nothing. But they have it that it blocks the user. I think that, let me see what it does here. Let me go here and check this out from TechCrunch. People have just the change arguing that they don't want block users to see their post for reasons of safety. Block users still can't follow the person who's blocked them, engage with their posts, or send direct messages to them. So that's great. You blocked a user. Now they can't DM you. They can't interact with you, but they can still see your post. Maybe you block the user because you don't want them to see what you're posting and then call you about it. So listen, I get it. We want to use social platforms to be highly political and be maybe controversial in some ways. But if you're not using maybe Telegram or WhatsApp or other very private Facebook Messenger, private communication channels that are one-to-one, you can make small groups, I'd be careful what you post online. You should post something online and pretend that one day the Wall Street Journal or New York Times or your local television station can see it. That's how you should post. So be careful what you post online just for your own safety, for your own security, and your brand should show up as one way online because you never know if that Facebook group, you never know if that Twitter account, you never know if that LinkedIn group could be changed. My name is Ramon Ray, and this is the Rundown with Ramon. Last question here. Can you build a startup without sacrificing your mental health? The Bonobos founder Andy Dunn writes about. Now, it's my understanding that he wrote this article. He wrote a book on this, focused on his own mental challenges. Could you start a startup? But TechCrunch said, you know what? The insight in here goes beyond just those with a mental challenge. I think he had, I forgot what he had, not schizophrenia, forgive me, but he had a, what does he have? A bipolar disorder. But the book showcases that life is difficult. Many of us may have different issues or that. He had bipolar disorder and created a multi-billion-dollar valuation company, I'm guessing, called Bonobos. Just because you have issues doesn't mean they can't be managed, doesn't mean you can't get help, doesn't mean you can't do better, doesn't mean you can't do purposeful, doesn't mean you can't do great things. And that's what I want you to know today, that no matter the challenges you face in life, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you have or don't have, you can always do things better. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. And if you're enjoying this content, I encourage you to check us out at zoneofgenius.com. World. And I encourage you today, clarity sets you free. Be clear on what you really, really want in life and in business. Be clear on it. Ask yourself, challenge yourself, do you even want to be in business? Challenge and ask yourself, are you hungry enough to get to where you need to be today? Is that desperation resound in you and use as a catalyst to go forward? You are not my diagnosis. Absolutely. The prices in your business can keep you down. Are they at a premium or are they cheap? Your mindset is everything. How you show up, how you determine to show up. What is your mindset like? Is it a mindset of positivity or mindset of poverty? A mindset of power? A mindset of patheticness? A mindset of failure? Or a mindset of going forward? And lastly, what do you do best? If you could hone in on, lock in on what do you do best? Thank you. Fantastic show as always. Thank you so much. I received that. If you could hone in on what you do best, you'll be able to soar. You'll be able to soar. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'm so glad, honored that you've been sharing this time with me today. Go out and make a difference in the world. Go out and tell somebody that they matter, because I want you to know you matter, and we need you to show up just like you do every single day. I'll see you on the next edition of the Rundown with Ramon. And please spread the word. Take a selfie, take a picture, let people know you've been watching the Rundown with Ramon. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. That's a wrap. See you next time.